Two people charged in connection with a Perry County double murder appear in court. And 2 arrests are made in connection with a deadly crash last year involving a fire truck.
And we had another day with temperatures in the 90s, but finally we're seeing some relief. Details in a few minutes.
Mountain News, first at 4, continues.
Some movement today in Perry County as the 2 charged in the recent Poly Hollow triple shooting had their first court hearing. WYMT's Olivia Calfee was there.
Today, both Treston Combs and Emily Collins were arraigned back-to-back in Perry County District Court. Both Combs and Collins joined via video chat from the Perry County Regional Jail. Not guilty pleas were entered on each of their behalf, and neither are being offered bond. Several people were present in the courtroom, and one of the victim's mothers says she won't stop the fight for justice.
We're going to fight for justice for these boys. We're going to fill this courtroom every court hearing. I'll be here the 23rd, and I will not stop till there is justice.
The 2 are scheduled for back-to-back preliminary hearings next week. That's on July 23rd at 11 a.m. But for now, I am reporting in Perry County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
Combs is charged with murder, attempted murder, and wanton endangerment, and Collins is facing a complicity to murder charge. 2 arrests have been made in connection to a crash that happened back in October involving a fire truck in Leslie County. WYMT's Caroline Mueller has been working to learn more about that.
Assistant Fire Chief with the Coon Creek Fire Department, Austin Turner, is now indicted for murder and wanton endangerment. Turner was the driver of the fire engine that crashed on the way to a call on October 28th, killing one of the passengers. All 3 passengers ended up at Mary Breckenridge ARH, where Regina Huffman was pronounced dead. Chief Deputy with the Leslie County Sheriff's Department tells me there was alcohol in Turner's system when he got to the hospital.
Anytime somebody dies in a motor vehicle accident, it's pretty severe. But this being a first responder in the county, we are held up to a higher standard.
Ethel Turner, Austin's mom, was also arrested with tampering with physical evidence. Wilson says they cannot comment on her arrest at this time. I reached out to the Coon Creek Fire Department for comment and was unable to get a hold of them. So for now, in Leslie County, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
Both the Turners are still being held at the Leslie County Detention Center. Austin's bond is $125,000 and Ethel's is $25,000.
All right, here's a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar. We're seeing a line of scattered showers and thunderstorms pushing its way through portions of eastern Kentucky over towards the Louisa area. You can see that line of showers and thunderstorms right there being picked up at this hour. Same story over towards the Frenchburg area, seeing some rain and thunderstorm activity as well. So lightning is starting to pick up at this time. Right now in Hazard, we're seeing a mixture of sun and clouds. Temperatures right now are in the 80s and 90s, 89 in Clintwood, 86 in Wise, 90 from Jonesville up to Moorhead, Irvin 95, 91 in Somerset, as well as Williamsburg. So when you wake up in the morning, we'll see temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. We'll keep a rain and thunderstorm chance in the forecast as we go throughout the overnight hours. But the good news is we have that relief in the forecast. I'll tell you when that's going to take place and how long it'll last in the first alert forecast in just a few minutes. Steve.
All right, thank you. Kentucky lawmakers once again heard about issues with the new program for transferring vehicle records. Implementation of the CAVIS program caused a big backlog of car and truck titles in the state. Legislators heard testimony from several county clerks during a hearing this afternoon. One state representative from our area, who's also a car dealer, says the process of getting titles is taking much longer, and the end result is some cars staying on the lot too long.
Well, our biggest issue is that it's taking so long to get the approvals on the titles. Under the old system, it'd take about a week, and I've got some that are 2.5 months.
And they've got their investment out there. Their floor plan has gone past the 90 days. They're on a penalty day-to-day basis. They're losing money. Right. And when you lose money in a business, you eventually go out.
The backlog caused some titles to take 6 weeks to process, whereas before they only took about 7 days. The hacking group Nullbulge says it leaked thousands of internal Disney messages. It says the more than terabyte of data contained information about unreleased projects, raw images, computer codes, and some logins. Nullbulge calls itself a, quote, hacktivist group. It says it gained access through a Slack user. Disney says it's investigating the matter. The Russian trial for jailed American reporter Evan Gershkovich is set to resume Thursday. The hearing was initially slated for August, but the defense requested it be moved up. The 32-year-old has been detained in Moscow since March of last year when he was arrested and charged with spying. He is the first journalist to be arrested on such charges since the Cold War. Gershkovich, his employer, the Wall Street Journal, and the U.S. government have all denied the accusations. Insiders say the head of Hamas in Gaza may be under pressure to consider a ceasefire. The CIA has assessed that Yahya Sinwar's own military commanders are encouraging him to accept a deal to end the war with Israel. That's according to a source that attended a closed-door CIA conference on Saturday. CIA Director Bill Burns said Sinwar is concerned about being blamed for the suffering in Gaza, and his senior commanders are growing tired of the fight. Bulldozers plow through piles of waste, but angry residents find little relief as their children sift through garbage on Gaza's streets. In addition to facing airstrikes and crippling food, fuel, water, and medicine shortages, Gaza residents say they are also facing a sanitation crisis. Residents say garbage is piling up, which has led to people staying awake, fighting mosquitoes, and some have even contracted diseases like scabies. Coming up on First at 4, still looking for summer vacation ideas? Check out a few drink and food trails, some more unusual than others.
And welcome to day 5 of temperatures in the 90s. Relief is on the way starting tomorrow, and that's in the form of cooler temperatures and much needed rain chances. And we'll talk about that in the First Alert forecast.